Hi, I'm Stephen Mirassou, one of the 6th generation members of the Mirasou family. My family is the oldest winemaking family in North America. My great-great-great-grandfather came to San Jose in 1854 and planted grapes, and we've been making wine ever since. Throughout Prohibition, through all the changes in wine styles, my family's been making premium and now luxury level wines in San Jose and Livermore. Recently, I had the great fortune of becoming part of the team to make a wine called Scoops, a concept that was created by the Karp family of Carriage House Imports in New Jersey. And the concept behind the brand is to create wines that are going to appeal to the greater mass of wine drinkers in the U.S. I think these wines are especially good for the millennial generation, this next generation of the largest number of wine buyers that are going to be around over the next 10, 15, 20 years. What we did was we sourced fruit and sourced wines from the Central Coast to create wines that are more about style, more about texture, more about flavor and aroma than they are about specific varietal blends. My goal in making these wines was to create something that had a great deal of flavor, had great aromatic signature to them, that had just a touch of sweetness. So these wines are off dry, but I think those make them especially good for food and make them wines that are accessible by especially young wine drinkers, folks who haven't quite gotten the hang of tannin yet or haven't gotten the hang of a great deal of acid. Those are things that I think more experienced wine drinkers evolve into liking as they taste more and more wines. On the white Scoops blend side, I took Riesling and Gewürztraminer to create a wine that has about 2% residual sugar to it, still real nice acid on the finish. So this is not a cloyingly sweet wine. This is a wine that's got real nice mid-palate mouthfeel because of that little bit of sugar, but also finishes with acid, so it finishes clean. And these are wines that have that great kind of honeysuckle note you would get with Gewürztraminer and that beautiful white peach fruit that you get from Riesling. And I think those two varieties work really well together to create this aromatic and flavor pop in the mouth, and work really well with Asian foods, spicier foods, work with chicken, work with fish. I think they're beautiful aperitif wines as well. I can imagine a picnic, a bottle of Scoops White, and just having a great deal of fun with those wines. With the Scoops Red Blend, I was focused on richness, I think is the key watchword for this particular blend. And when we use varieties like Syrah and Petit Syrah and Merlot, we're able to blend really nice flavors, but a richness of fruit, I think, which is paramount for this particular style of wine. This first release of Scoops is about half Syrah and about a quarter Merlot, and smaller amounts of Petit Syrah and a couple of other grapes that finish the blend. And again, food is important when we're making these blends, thinking about what kind of foods are going to go with these wines, how the richness of the mid-palate, how acidity and how sweetness are going to interact not only together, but what the foods that we think would pair best with these wines. And with the red blend, we wanted to have a mid-palate that we had nice, round, rich fruit. Again, a little bit of residual sugar, about a point or so, gives you a little sense of creaminess in the mid-palate too. And we think that those kinds of qualities in this wine pair beautifully with barbecue, pair beautifully with chicken dishes, with heavier fishes like salmon, with pork, with steak. These are wines I think can go with a lot of different kinds of cuisine. So I think these wines are going to be perfect for a category that's very popular right now, and I think will continue to grow. Again, I think we can't underestimate how important this new generation of wine drinkers is and is going to be. And I think these are wines that are perfectly suited for those palates right now. And with the winemaking experience that we've had as a family, and with the sales and marketing experience that Carriage House Imports brings to this project, we are really excited about the potential here, really excited about going head-to-head with other brands that are doing similar projects, and we really believe that Scoops is going to be a brand that gives your customers huge benefits in terms of flavor and value for their money. Cheers.